You are going to watch this our live broadcast here again. We are here again to give you some update about what is going on in our country, and not only our country alone, what is going on in Africa at large. And we all know that of recent there was a coup d'etat in Benin Republic, that the failed coup d'etat in Benin Republic. And as our neighboring country in Africa, that is Nigeria, our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to send some soldiers, that is the Nigerian military, to Benin Republic to defend our unity as the African leader. As we can see here, that one of the lawyer we have here. Please don't forget, as if you are just joining us, you can help us to like this program, and also help us to share also. And if today is your first time of coming across our video, please kindly do us a favor by liking our page, and also help us to tell your friends about us. And we believe that that would be of a very useful to us. Please help us to share, just as I'm about doing right now. Please excuse me, I have to share this program so that other people will know that we are here live. So I'm going to share. Please help us to. Okay. Yes, as we all can see that in this program we are talking about the military intervention in Benin Republic. That one of the lawyers we have in Nigeria has come out to challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the lawyer. His name is Masha Abubakar. Have now come out to challenge the president, that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu lead government has no right to send any soldier to Benin Republic for any intervention without the approval of the National Assembly. That is what this our lawyer, that is the Nigerian lawyer, is now saying, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no right to send any soldier to Benin Republic in any intervention, without informing the National Assembly. Because we don't really know how far is that, or how true is it. Because since the Nigerian president has decided to take the cross by the bone to send the Nigerian military, meanwhile we have our own issue at hand that is affecting us. That if we cannot be able to defend ourselves, now you are now seeing that the Nigerian president has led the issue we have in Nigeria to went outside Nigeria and start defending other countries. So you can see that Nigeria is a very big mess. So upon all the issue that we have, that we are facing, that the Nigerian president does not care, that which is the uncommon evil that is fighting us. He now leave us alone and went and interfere in another man's issue, which he decide to say that what Nigeria are going through is not of his concern. You can see that what he's fighting for, he said that he want to defend the ECOWAS, because as we all know, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is one of the ECOWAS member. So he's not trying to defend ECOWAS union. Please don't forget, if you are just joining us, you can help us to like this program. And if today is your first time of seeing us, please kindly follow our page. It is just free. Without taking much of your time, as we also do here regularly, and normally we speak our normal pidgin English here sometimes, and we are taking from the test we are taking here from today is just from Sahara Reporter. That is where we are getting our news from. So it's the Sahara Reporters that make this news. So we are going to be taking our test from Sahara Reporters, because they are the one that make this news. As you can see, he said human rights lawyer Masha Abubakar has declared President Bola Ahmed Tinubu unauthorized of the military interventions in the Benin Republic as an impeachable violation of the Nigeria constitution. That is what it's saying, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no right to send any military to Benin Republic without the approval of the National Assembly. So now waiting, they tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu be that. But well, we don't really know if that is the truth. Abubakar insisted that no Nigeria president has the power to deploy troops outside the country without the approval of the National Assembly. Abubakar position follow the December 7, 2027 coup in Benin Republic, where soldiers of the Benin Armed Forces led by Lieutenant Colonel Pesca Torre announced the overthrow of the President Patrick Taylor on the national television after attacking his residence in Cotonou. So you see, since the military now, after they don't take over, so they have to make an announcement that they have already overthrown the president. So by so doing, then I think that is where the Nigeria president have to interfere, which is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said. In the wake of the coup, Nigeria Chief of Defence Staff openly admitted that the Nigeria air and land assets were deployed across Benin Republic airspace without the requisite approval of the National Assembly, but solely on the order of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who chair ECOWAS. Because you know, all of us, as we know, say now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now he be the, it says what is there is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the chairperson of the ECOWAS Union. So from there, he has to approve that they have to go and defend the democracy in Cotonou. So that was the reason that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after the soldiers have already planned their coup. But where we know that today that coup they plan is already a failed coup. They did not succeed in that coup. But the problem is that what we all know that you know, of all these politicians, everyone will come out to give their opinion, and not that maybe it is going to work, but everyone will also give their opinion, because we are now seeing that this man now who called himself a lawyer are now challenging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no right in sending his troops to Republic of Benin airspace. And meanwhile, we have our own issue at hand in Nigeria that we cannot solve. So when we have our own issue at hand, then at least the president have to solve our own issue before sending out troops to elsewhere country to say maybe he wants to go and defend them. Meanwhile, our problem is with us. Tinubu has defended the move, claiming that the intervention was consistent with the ECOWAS protocol on democracy and good government in and hitting unconstitutional takeover in the region. That is just the reason that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is giving. He's now saying that he's acting on the protocol of the ECOWAS union, not his own. He's not doing whatever he do is not from his own will, but he's acting on the ECOWAS protocol by sending Nigeria's troops to defend the Republic of Benin. That is to defend the democracy in the Republic of Benin. I said, but Abubakar simply disagree. That is the lawyer who is now querying President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now disagree that no, Oga, this thing cannot work like this, so this thing no go fit work like this. What are you doing about the corruption in your country? Well, yes, we are the corruption in our country. We all know that every country is corrupt. There's no country that is not corrupt. We also believe that the Nigeria system of government, they are also working to make sure that they deal with the corruption that is going on. Because no country in the world today that you say that is free. So every country is corrupt. So it's just that there are some countries who are more corrupt than others. And we believe that the Nigerian government are also working in it to make sure that they reduce the corruption that that is being going on in Nigeria. To eliminate it, I cannot guarantee you that they are going to eliminate every part of Nigeria, that there will not be corruption, because it is very difficult for you to say, or for you to see, that in the world everywhere there is corruption. But the only thing is that the government would also do all probably that it could do to make sure they reduce corruption. That is just for that. Thank you for that beautiful question. I know that it's a very good question you have asked, because you said that what are your government doing about the corruption in your country. So I hope that my response to you, that is just the way I've tried my best to answer you the way I can. And I hope maybe you can be satisfied with that response. Yes, please don't forget, if you are just joining us, you can help us to like this page, and also help us to, if you have not subscribed, also help us to subscribe as we are just doing this our program for here. He said that is beside the point, and does not mean other countries are corrupt. Means it's a free part for your country. Well, of course, you are right. It does not mean that other countries are not corrupt. You know that there are countries who are most corrupt than others. So that is what I mean. Thank you. I really appreciate your question. You are very right. If you have other questions, you can also put it down, and I will be glad. And I will do my possible best to make sure I give the best of my answers to you. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate. I said according to him, according to him, section 5(4)(b) of the 1999 Constitution as amended is unequivocal B, except with the approval of the Senate. No members of the armed forces of the federal shall be deployed or combat duty outside Nigeria, where that is what the lawyer who is now challenging the president, that is what he's saying. He added that although section 5(5) empowered the president after consulting the National Assembly Defense Council to deploy troops for limited combat, such a deployment must relate sincerely to the national security of the Nigeria, not that of another sovereign state. You know, this is what is causing a big a very big problem to the where we all know that as far as the National Assembly we have today as of Nigeria, they are all rubber stamp to the president, and we know that none of them can be able to challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on what he just did, because they are all rubber stamp to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So whatever any decision President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may take today, so you can see that they will have no option that to accept whichever topic or whichever words the president say. So they have nothing to say, or they have no excuse than to say yes, sir. So they will always agree with the president whichever decision he brings to them. Which is this man is the one still talking now. That is the lawyer is still speaking on. I said that Abubakar heard that Benin, it is not in Nigeria, and unless Nigeria itself is under imminent threat, the president cannot unilaterally disperse troops across the border, because according to the law we have in Nigeria, it is very difficult for a Nigeria president to disperse Nigeria troops out of Nigeria without the approval of National Assembly, which is this our lawyer insisted is still saying the same thing. Constitutional permit the president to, in all consultation with the National Defense Council, deploy members of the armed forces on limited combat. It must be national security security of Nigeria, not Benin, that is under imminent threat or danger. So you can see that what this our lawyer is still saying, that they are not part of us. It's only if it is within Nigeria, then the president have the authority to disperse or to send any troop to that state, not across border. The lawyer warned that ECOWAS cannot override Nigeria constitution, noting that international protocol do not supersede domestic legal provision governing the use of armed forces. That is what this our lawyer is saying there, that the use of armed forces must be approved by the National Assembly, not from the president alone. Please, I'm pleading with you, if you are just still joining us, please, you can help us to put a like on this page. It is just free, so you got to pay nothing. And also drop your comment, just as that our brother have also did. So drop your comment. I'm here to respond to you and do my possible best to make sure I respond the way I can. And please kindly subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. It is just free. And I said he blamed the collapse of the government on the corruption, weak institution, insecurity, manipulated election, and leadership failure, and have left the citizen delusion and desperate. Of course, we all know that. Abubakar said it is disturbing to note the disturbing trend of a coup currently pervading the ECOWAS Sud region. We have witnessed in the most instance the citizens of those countries celebrate those unconstitutional, unsuperstitious. Of course, we can see that most of these countries in West Africa or in the Sahara region that the military have taken over, we see that most people, they are celebrating because of the taking over of the military. Why are they happy? Why are they celebrating if the military should take over? Why are the citizens celebrating because military have taken over their country? Are they supposed to be happy? Yes, they are happy because of the failure of the politicians. The politicians we have in Africa today, they are doing what they are not supposed to be doing. What they are doing is that they always care for their selfish stomach infrastructure. You can see that Nigeria is one of the case studies that we can give an example of what we are saying here today, because you see that in any country today in Africa, when the military take over, the citizens, they began to celebrate. Why are they celebrating? They are celebrating that because the military have taken over. But it's not supposed to be so, because they said democracy is for the people, by the people. But we all can see that democracy today now, it is just only for their family and for their stomach infrastructure. So they don't care for the people. You see that whenever the military take over, the people in the country, the citizens, they began to celebrate, of which is not supposed to be so. Where they are doing it, they are celebrating it so because of their own wishes, because they are celebrating, because the military, the politicians do not care for the citizen. So by so doing, they are just celebrating because the military have come to take over. So that is what it is going on across Africa region. Across the continent, the particular in West Africa, of course, that is, as you can see today, constitutionally, most Africa, you can see that such happened in West Africa. The military had now taken over, because in one thing that we all should also know, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just doing this for his own wish, for his own selfish reason. Not because he want to protect democracy, because he know that if he does not do this now to protect the democracies in Benin Republic, because in different area you can see that Benin Republic and Nigeria, they have a border they have common border, because if he cannot be able to protect this now, you may likely to see that the next coup that's going to take place, it will be Nigeria. So, and we in Nigeria, we are not praying for that. So this is why President Ahmed Tinubu, he has to make sure that if they prevent those military, in order for them not to take over power in Benin Republic, because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he wants to be a two times president, not only one time president. So that is why he's doing all the coup to make sure that the coup d'etat, they cannot succeed. So that is what is going on across Africa. He said across the continent, and in particular in West Africa, government have failed. Corruption, weak institution, insecurity, terrorism, conflict, and poor leadership prevent exclusive development, leading to citizen illusionment and democratic reversal like coup. Widespread dissatisfaction lead to support for the military coup. On an egregious manipulation of the electoral process, lead the process looking for the alternative to democratic process that have failed them over the year. Of course, we all know that these politicians, they have failed the people they are supposed to serve. The politicians have failed woefully. When you are talking of politics, the politicians cannot be trusted. There's no area that you can say that Nigeria or the politicians can, not only in Nigeria alone, especially we are talking of Africa. There's no area that you can say that now, yes, this is the most important area that the politicians, they are more interested in developing. There's no country, there's no Africa country that you can now say that, yes, this Africa country you see today is one of the best countries in the world. It is very difficult. Why? Because they are all corrupt. It's because of the corrupt politicians that we have that is leading all what we are seeing today. He said political leaders must assiduously pursue the national integration, abolish and corrupt practice and abuse of power control and national economy in such a manner as to secure the minimum welfare, freedom and happiness of every citizen on the basis of social justice and equality of status quo opportunity to stem the tide of coup threatening African democracy, he added. Of course, we all know that those are some of the problems that Africa is facing. But we pray that everything should be settled as soon as possible. But for now, I know one can guarantee and say that yes, politicians, this is what they will do, or this is what they are not going to do. Well, as we all know, and normally as we also do for here, we always look at how people react on this issue. So we're not going to be looking how people react to this issue of what is going on in Benin Republic, because we all can see that we have a lot of reaction that how people react to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sending troops to Benin Republic. So let us now see what people have to say about what they saw. He said you need to show the visual content wise living to keep us wide audience in the heart to just see you read, including videos and slide of event sharing, reading sometimes. Of course, you are very right. Where I know. You are right. We do it here sometimes, but not always. Yes. To show video, that is a sign of evidence. That is why I say that we are reading, because for the that is why will I say it now, for the benefit of doubt, because you know that sometimes people may ask that why are you giving the fake rumors. So that is why I say that in the evidence of doubt of what we are saying here, that you can also find it on Sahara Reporters. That's why I refer you to Sahara Reporters to go and verify of whatever we are saying here. That is for the benefit of doubt of what we are saying, not to say that maybe we are carrying a fake rumor, but by showing evidence of, as you have said, showing evidence of what we are saying. I know you are right. You are 100% right. Of course, we do it here sometimes and show our video. Well, let's see, and the reaction of people, as from people always have their say. There are people who always have their opinion of whatever the president said. The first because our reaction here is going to be randomly. The first reaction we are going to be taking from here is from Prince or Omadino Iwere, which said, my question is, why does the child age return to 10 to 0 after birth? Waiting happen to the ninth month. Well, I don't really know, because that is speaking on from where I don't know how to pronounce that one because we are all learning and see yet to understand the kind of words is used there. He said marching order from France. That is what Abel Udo, that is what he said. He said that because the president have to take an order from France, because we all know that France is a very good friend to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I think that is why that our brother have to make that reference from there, which said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is taking order from France government. He said, tell the lawyer they have to apply the doctrine of necessity because it is an urgent.